Hi, this is Margaret from Margaret's Crafts. I wanted to show you how to make a paper bag album. I found these on YouTube and just fell in love with how they're made. This is one that I started, that I'm making. I haven't had it put my pictures in yet, for me and my family. This is the cover of it. And then I have, as you go to the inside, I have different pockets and tabs. And over here I have I can either put white or cream color on here and do my journaling, or put more pictures on them. And they go right into the little pocket of your paper bag. And here's for more pictures. I even have room that I can stick another a tag in here. I can do journaling over here. I can put a picture here, more pictures or journaling in here. And with each one, I have another tag made out of chipboard that I could put more pictures or more journaling in. And this is how my album goes. All the way to the last pages. Now, I want to show you a little bit about how to make your paper bag album. You could use paper bags that you purchase, lunch bags. That's what I started off with because I wanted to see if I could make it. Recently, I went to Hobby Lobby. These are a little bit bigger, as you can see, so they'll make a bigger album. And I bought the bags in different colors. This one has 10 bags in it. I also went, before I got those, I went to Walmart's in the department where they have the wrapping paper and everything, and I bought pink bags. As you can see, they are the pink bags. And what I'm planning on doing with this album, it's not done yet. As you can see, I'm going to leave a little bit of the pink bag as my background to make this album. Now, let me show you how you do your bags and put them together. This is your paper bags. Okay, and what I did was, first of all, when I make the album, as you can see, I'll show you on this one real fast. I don't like when I put a tag in the inside. Let me show you on the other one that has a tag. I don't like when I put a tag on the inside for this to be all the bag to open up. So I tape those down. And this is how I did it. I just laid this in back here. Take my tape and go right at the edge. Lay it down, and I like to use my bone folder to get a good connection. Also, in this little area right here, this little area right here, I like that to be taped too. I want to tape down this whole thing. Okay. Now, my bag will only open up like that. Now, you see how your bag naturally likes to lay like that. That's the way you want it to go. So flip it back over like that. And you tape this little tab down. And I like to make for sure, because I don't like those little ends up, that I tape it down all along the edges. And make sure that goes down good. Then you're going to fold it up. As you can see, this is the bottom. Fold it up right where it's to this line here. And crease it out. You're going to do this with all your bags. Okay, I'm just going to show you how to put it together with just 3 bags here. These bags are all ready to go. What I'm going to do now is, is decide how long I want my bags to be. Because I'm going to trim off the edge of this. And when I do it like this, you could even leave it out. I'm going to say I want my bags to be 10 inches long. So I'm going to put it at the 10 inches and go through and cut all my bags out. You're going to make these as thick as you want to. I used 8 bags on mine. Okay, now that I got my bags trimmed, to start with your bag, you're going to need these 2 ends that we flipped up like this. We're going to put these together and glue them like that. That gives you this page right here. Okay? So you glue these together, glue, tape, whatever method that you're using. I'm using the ATG gun. I like to put double at the bottom. Now I'm going to match up my tips here. Okay, now I like to use my bone folder. And that is going to give you your page like that. That's a page like this. And you're going to make 3 of these, I'm sorry. You're going to make 3 of these. And then when you put those together, then you're going to take your last one let's show you. You're going to make 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. And once you have your 3 made, then you're going to take your sets, and instead of putting them together with the flap, you're going to put your sets together back to back like this. I like to line them up at the top and tape them down like that. Your sets are going to be like that. If you line them up, you don't worry about the bottom because that's going to be hidden. I like to make sure that my tops are all even. So I like to line them up at the top and do them like that. Once you have all of these pages like this, as you can see, the middle ones that are going to hold the tags are your double bags. You can put 1 or 2 tags in there if you want to. If you look inside, there's like 2 pockets. There's 1 pocket in the front and 1 pocket in the back. Now to make the part that connects to the cover, you're going to take your last, after you make your 3 sets, you're going to have 2 single bags ready. All you're going to do is you're going to tape your 1 single bag and tape it to the outside like that. Same thing, matching it up. Matching it up at the top. And that's how you get your outside flap here. See? You have all your bags together, and then you have your outside flap. Now you're going to need to make your cover. Your cover you're going to make a little bigger than your pages. And all I do is take a piece of chipboard. You're going to measure your bag. My bag is 7 by 5. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my chipboard a little larger than that size. Okay? I'm going to cover it with whatever you want on your outside page. Show the back. I'm going to cover it with whatever you want on the outside and put whatever you want on the inside a little bit smaller. And then you're going to take your page, your bag here. You're going to only put tape around the 3 sides. The 2 sides and the bottom, you're going to leave your top free. And you're going to adhere that to your back cover. Okay? Now, there's 2 ways to do that. If you want to, you can glue the whole thing. The way I did it to make a pocket, I only did the 3 sides. If you don't want to see this part, just glue the whole thing down. Then take your piece of paper. Don't put this last piece of paper in first. And then just glue this paper on the inside to cover that whole bottom. You can do it 2 different ways. I like having the extra pocket because I like putting tags in my pockets. Like I have a tag here that could be journaling or pictures. And I have a tag here that could be journaling or pictures. On this one, I started, this is going to be a baby album. So I made little baby bottles. And you can write the baby's name on there. Do some journaling on there. They're smaller, so I put a couple in there to do as tags. Now, to make your pulls, your large tags, all you do is you take another piece of chipboard, okay, and you're going to cover it with paper. I like to cover the chipboard. I make my chipboard slightly larger than I need, so that my paper will fit perfectly on it when I cut it down. And I put like a couple, because this is only 1/4 of an inch, I put it like next to each other to make a 1/2 inch to make for sure when I cut it off, because I know I'm not cutting off more than a 1/2 inch. When I trim it down to get the exact size. That way I know that my paper has covered all of it. And then I just line my paper up on top. Love my bone folder. Okay, now to cut it. First I cut the top of my tag. There's 2 cuts. If you know about the Tim Holtz, there's 2 cuts on each one. So to cut whatever type of top that you want on it, you're going to line this up just right past that cut. Do not go to the other cut because you'll have a double cut on your page. So line this one up right past it and center it in the little notch lines. And I'm going to run this through my Cuttlebug, like I said, with my 2 B plates. Now I have the top of my tag, and then all I'm going to do is see how wide that I need it to fit in here, because remember I cut it a little bit wider. So it's not going to fit in there. I need to just trim it off just a little on each side. And I'll double check to make for sure it fits inside. And I like to leave it sticking out a little bit. And that's how I'm going to do my large tags for the inside. Right to there. Excuse me. That's how I did for all of my tags. And all I did was ink the edges of my tags so that any chipboard that was there is all colored in. And my tag slips back down on the inside. And you can put one, like I said, it's a double pocket. There's a divider in between here. You can put one or two tags in each one. It depends on how full you want it. Now all you have to do is for what is that? My end of it. I used on this one, because it's in natural theme, I used brown. All this is craft foam that I got at Joann's. I cut it down to the size I needed it. I wanted to figure that, you know, as I added more stuff to my album was going to expand a little bit. So I didn't want to cut it to fit the size of the album I had right then, because I hadn't finished decorating it or adding any pictures. So you're going to lay it on there and measure it around. Leave a little bit of a gap back here so that it allows your book to expand as you're adding more things to your book. So don't put it like this all the way close up at your book, because then the bottom of your book cannot expand. Leave a little bit of a gap so now that your book can expand with your pictures. And then figure out how long you want it to come over here. And what I did was, on this one, I used another one of the Tim Holtz on the cutter and made a little decorative edge. And the way I put mine on is I always put the back on first and kind of bring it over to where, to make for sure it's going to be even. I glue the back on first. Then I put my ribbon on my front where I wanted it to sit to make for sure I had it where, and glued the ribbon to my foam. Then I put more glue on it and matched up my front to my back, leaving your gap, and glued it down. Then I added just a bow. I added some rhinestones. I punched a hole in the edge to add a charm. And that's how I got my paper bag album. And this is going to be my new paper bag album for a baby girl. It has the pink pages. And I'm going to do a blue baby album for a boy. And then I'm going to use the white bags I can use for anything and just have a white border. And as I said, that's how easy it is to cut my tags to fit down into my inside. That's my paper bag album. I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you.